Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're opening a text that was deliberately buried for, 15 centuries? The Gospel of Mary of Magdala.
That's right. And our mission really is to excavate this thing and uncover a message that frames Mary as, well, as a central radical figure of revelation.
So let's just jump right in. The scene opens. The Savior has departed. What's the mood?
It's total crisis. I mean, Peter and Andrew are weeping. They're filled with doubt, completely panicked.
Panic about what?
Their lives, their fear is so tangible, they actually say, if they didn't spare him, how will they spare us? Their entire foundation was external and it just got shattered.
So they're focused entirely on the physical threat. But then Mary steps in.
Yes, and the contrast is just stark. She's described as having this incredible steadfastness of mind. She's the only one who isn't falling apart. She comforts them and tries to turn their heart-mind toward the good.
So it's this external panic versus her internal stability.
Exactly. It's rooted in deep internal knowledge. And Peter sees this. He knows she receives some kind of special teaching, a private transmission, and he asks her to share it.
And what she reveals is, it's a bombshell, right? It seems to fly in the face of everything that came later.
A total bombshell. She says salvation is not redemption from sin.
Wait, not from sin?
Not at all. The text flatly asserts there is no such thing as sin.
Wow. Okay, so if it's not about guilt and redemption, what is salvation from?
It's liberation. Liberation from error, anguish, and terror. The real chains you see aren't your crimes, it's your attachment to the body and the world.
So the problem isn't morality, it's perception, it's psychological.
Precisely. The goal is completely internal. It's about finding the child of true humanity within you and achieving inner peace. Knowledge is the key, not obedience.
This sounds like an inner journey. She talks about the soul ascending past these powers.
Right, the four powers that rule the lower world. Darkness, desire, ignorance, and wrath.
And these aren't literal demons.
No, you should think of them as psychological forces, or energies. They try to impose false judgments on the soul, and the soul overcomes them just by knowing its true spiritual nature, by rejecting their narrative.
That changes everything. And this is where it gets really anti-apocalyptic, isn't it?
Radically so. It warns that anyone who tells you an external savior is coming, look over here, look over there, is leading you astray.
So if you're waiting for someone to descend from the clouds and fix things,
you're looking in the wrong place. The true Son of Man in this teaching is the perfect awareness that's already within you.
And this is where the split happens. Peter. He doesn't take this well.
Not at all. He's hot-headed. He just can't accept that Jesus would give such an advanced teaching to a woman. He basically calls her a liar.
He's questioning her authority?
It's more than that. It's the birth of institutional resistance. Peter is trying to impose an illegitimate domination, to lay down a law that women cannot teach. It's the beginning of hierarchical control.
But someone stands up for her, right?
Yes, Levi. He defends Mary, calls Peter out on his notorious jealousy, and reminds them their mission is to preach what the Savior said, not invent new laws. You're watching the historical fracture happen in real time.
Between what? Direct experience and rigid structure.
Exactly. And that's why this text was buried. It completely challenges apostolic succession. It grounds authority in spiritual maturity, not your office or your gender.
So this gospel essentially removes the need for clerical intermediaries. And it removes fear as a tool for salvation.
Which is an existential threat to an emerging power structure. The core message is resistance to the unjust domination of ignorant and malevolent powers.
Like a fork in the road. One path leads to obedience and structure, the other
leads inward to psychological liberation and direct, lived knowing.
So the Gospel of Mary wasn't lost because it was weak. It was buried because it was powerful.
It was buried because it worked.
Which leaves a pretty provocative question for you listening. If salvation is liberation from fear, anguish, and terror, and not sin, what part of its teaching are you still waiting for someone else to deliver?